So sometimes you might want to add an item to an invoice or to a whole bunch of invoices in one quick step. Now, this workflow isn't entirely straightforward, but it's doable. So let's start with creating some invoices for our classes. So I'm just going to select a few classes here to do an invoice run with. Normally you'd probably invoice all of them. I'm not going to complete any other fields now just to speed things up a bit. So let's create those invoices. And in order to add an item or a discount to a bulk or a whole bunch of invoices, you have to have two things. You have to have the invoices in a draft state, and you have to have those items already configured. So now we've got 44 invoices in draft. So these invoices are, as it says here, all in draft state. So we could now work on these. But we also need to check that our items that we want to add to those invoices are already configured. So you can see I've set up a few items here. So for costumes, for example, and also some refunds. So discounts and refunds. So we're basically set now to modify those invoices, but we can't really do it at this point from the invoice review page. Here we would have to edit each invoice individually. But what we can do is we can go back to our invoice overview and then change this to draft to bring up the draft invoices. So now we've got the same 44 draft invoices here as the ones that we saw on the review screen. And now we can either select a few individual invoices, or indeed we can select all of them and then choose add items and now configure the item that we want to add. So let's say we wanted to add a costume to all these invoices. We can do that this way. It takes us back to the review screen now because we've applied this action. So again, it expects us to review this now, and this looks fine. So we've added a costume to all those invoices. Let's say we wanted to add a refund as well. So we go back to invoice overview, we choose drafts, select all of them again. But as I said, you don't have to select them all. You could just pick out some individual ones, but let's just do it for all of them. Add items, choose the refund. So maybe we had to cancel a session, so we want to refund £5 to everyone. Click add item, and as you see, it's applied that refund to all the invoices. So hopefully this will give you a bit of help, a bit of guidance in how you can add items and refunds in bulk to a whole bunch of invoices.